And before I tell you more about our next story, I want you to meet this man. His name is Neal Mohan. He has been dominating headlines recently. You know why? He is set to be the new CEO of YouTube. He will be replacing Susan Wojcicki. Susan will be stepping down from her role after 9 years. Let me just tell you a little bit about Neal Mohan. He is a graduate in electric engineering from Stanford University. He has been with Google since 2008. In 2015, he became YouTube's chief product officer. He has also worked with DoubleClick. He spent 6 years there. Google had acquired that company in 2007. He has also worked with Microsoft. But why am I telling you all this? Because Neal Mohan is not alone, far from that. Neal Mohan's story is part of a bigger story. The story of how Indian origin executives are increasingly making their presence felt around the world. They have been making their mark, proving themselves and taking top positions in global giants. There has been a growing number of Indian origin CEOs. They are holding the reins of some of the biggest companies around the world. Let me now make you meet some of them. The CEO of Adobe, Shantanu Narayan. Sundar Pichai is at the helm of Alphabet, the parent company of Google. He became the CEO in December 2019. Pichai joined Google in 2004 and rose through the ranks. Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, is also an Indian. He joined Microsoft in 1992. He succeeded Steve Ballmer as the CEO in 2014. Puneet Renjen, the CEO of Deloitte. Ravi Kumar, the CEO of Cognizant. Anjali Sood, the CEO of Vimeo. Arvind Krishna, the CEO of IBM. Raj Subramaniam, the CEO of FedEx. And this, by the way, is a very short list. There are more names on that list. The bigger point is, this list is increasingly expanding. More names keep getting added. More Indian origin CEOs continue to take the helm of global giants. In fact, Indian-born Silicon Valley CEOs are also part of a 4 million strong minority group that is among the wealthiest and most educated in the United States. About 1 million of them are scientists and engineers. 60 of the CEOs of Fortune 500 companies are of Indian origin. And that brings me to another aspect. What makes Indian origin CEOs so sought after? What makes them stand out? Why do so many top tech companies have Indian CEOs? There is, of course, the aspect of merit. If you look at the educational background and qualifications of the Indian origin tech CEOs, many of them have been educated at some of the most prestigious and well-known institutions. Getting into these institutions in itself is difficult. It is an extremely competitive process. So the products of these educational institutions are bound to have good work ethics. So, of course, a high level of qualification plays an important role. And then there is the aspect of how immigrants tend to be more adaptable. They move to a new country, deal with the challenges that come with starting from scratch, which in itself is a training process. They develop qualities required to rise through the ranks and hold positions of powers and become great CEOs. And this means you need high levels of motivation. Starting from scratch is, of course, not easy. It needs passion, dedication, perseverance, commitment. And these are all essential qualities of a leader, of a CEO. And there is another quality, that of constant innovation, to not be complacent, which is another trademark quality of a good CEO, especially a CEO of a tech company, where you are constantly required to innovate, given the changing technological landscape and just how fast things change in the world of technology. Coming from a country with over 1 billion people, Indians living overseas understand the need to perform their best, to be competitive and put in their best efforts. Indians are hardworking, that's a fact. Indians are also considered to be natural managers. They have a huge ability to take risks and have high entrepreneurial drive. And these are all essential ingredients in the making of a CEO. What else do you think works well for Indians in the competitive sphere and in the race to the top? What else do you think makes Indians so sought after as CEOs around the world? Write to us and tell us what you think. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.